Hello everyone, this is Xander and I am back with the first Dutch Exceptional Tournament, the finals. And so, still finals, it's red team, we have Putin187 with a blue mechanized, and on the blue team we have General Boulanger with a Scandinavian mechanized. It's interesting. And something I want to clarify something I said at the beginning of the first game of the finals is so it's best of 5, so whoever the first person to win 3 games wins. However, since it is double elimination, if Putin wins, then it goes on to another the finals goes on to a second round, best of 5. If General Boulanger wins, I do believe, then the tournament ends then, and Putin is, kicked out because he's already lost once already. And yeah, so clarifying the whole double elimination aspect there, and let's just get this underway. So we got the Battle of the Mech decks. This should be interesting. Now Putin does like to use a fair few Scandinavian units in his mech deck, so there'll be a little bit of crossover. Putin's defending there. Alright, there we go. Start with blue because blue is best. That's an M113Gs. That's probably, that's what, 5 chevrons, so that's going to be upvetted Lift Garden. Got an automatic and some Fallskimjäger. So yeah, so a little bit of stuff going into golf from Boulanger. Looks like a 2-command start. Oh, he does have Scout Defender, so he's leaving the Stavstelling. Is that the Danish one? Yeah. Because they're in the Jupiter. And so that's staying here in spawn. Then he has an FFC Centurion going for Charlie, which is okay, I guess. Anyway. M113G. That looks like more Lift Garden. And M135. That could be downvetted Stormer, or it could be upvetted Gevarnman. I'm going with Gevarnman most likely. And then we got a pair of 103Ds, which are, they're okay. They're not as good. They're not good on the attack because, no turret and no stabs, but on the defense, they're pretty brutal. And then you got automatic and more Fallskimjäger. Don't know why I say it like that, but I just do. I think it's to differentiate from all the other different Fallskimjägers there are. And M45. It's a, if I recall correctly, it's wearing an RH202 on the back of it, or something like that. Or in this case, it's an Ehrlichen 20. Doesn't really matter. It's a 20mm autocannon. I've heard some people say that this is actually surprisingly decent for the price, but I don't know. It's a 5 HP unarmored truck with a 20mm autocannon on it. I would not rely on this to defend me against helicopters. Anyway, you got CB9030N. That looks like it's got Stormer in it. Got a Panzerbill. More NM135s, looks like it's probably Gevarnman in there, and more Fallskimjäger. So it looks like General Boulanger is going to be focusing kind of Foxtrot area. As for Putin, let's see, you got Rifleman, Fusilier 90, Fusilier 90. Looks like not a lot going into the top, into Bravo and the top part of the map, or middle part of the map, whatever you want to call it. H1J, this is the South Korean one, and HKP6A. So that looks like that's why I'm just gonna hang it, probably go for Foxtrot immediately, and then get wrecked by an automatic most likely. Looks like Putin's main thrust here is going for golf. It's out of that end. He has MX-10RC, some riflemen in the A3s. Got M1A1, which is pretty okay. Same armor as an M1IP, but it just has a much better gun. KFE-25, Gepard A1. Not a lot of AA, but a Gepard A1 is sufficient to take care of a single scout defender, and Scandinavia really is not known for its helicopters. Aside from that, got more KFE-25s, got RBS-56 in the 9040. Got some Fusiliers and a mortar, and looks like a one command star. He's just leaving the Führungsgruppe in Alpha. And yeah, let's see what awaits us today. Alright, so the helicopters are splitting up from Putin. Look at the scout defender, or what's Putin see? Just the defender and then the scout defender. So at the moment, neither player really knows what the other's up to. Oh, okay, so Boulanger's actually sending guys across the river into Bravo. Interesting. H1J's there. Automatic gas gonna... Oh! That H1J got the shots off faster on his automatic. The automatic could have been potentially stunned there, and the H1J could have done a bunch of damage, but it did not, so it didn't. Oh, and then... Oh, that just escapes by the skin of its teeth. Oh, 10 RCs are... interesting. Putin's reorganizing his guys a bit. Maybe he misclicked where he's sending them. Yeah, it looks like he's sending some guys into Foxtrot that stabilize that. Though that pair of 103Ds could be trouble for him. Where did the M1A1 get off to? There it is. Is that 19 AP on that? Go and stay still. Yep. Up 3 stack of Commando 90. Because of course. Anyway, so Boulanger did do 2 command stars, so he's staying at +2. He's at 32 points to 0. Oh, but Putin does have an Iltis moving out to Echo. Mortar's opening up. The screening. Yeah, he's screening. He's probably trying to screen his rifleman moving across. Oh, but the Live Garden over here are engaging the rifleman. And Scout Defend is also doing its defending thing. Oop, Panzerwheel's trying to get some Fusiliers, but it's not particularly accurate gun. That being said, the high rate of fire means that infantry in the open get chewed up pretty quickly by it. And then yeah, with the NM135s opening up, yeah, they're gone. Alright, so Putin doesn't have quite as massive an overmatch as he would have had in Gulf if he hadn't redeployed his stuff, but that means he also does have a decent chunk of units now in Foxtrot to keep that stabilized, so he does look like he does have enough, Putin does have enough stuff to overmatch Gulf, however. Oh, rip Live Garden. Oh, 103s are on the move. Yeah, it looks like Boulanger wants to get him. If you can get him set up in there, that can anything coming down that road is screwed utterly. But can Putin see that? He does see it. Oh, 10 RCs getting wrecked by Stormer. Yeah, these guys won't be able to hold for Putin, so he's going to need to get a bunch more guys in the Bravo who wants to maintain that. Live Garden are holding. Oh, Riflemen out in the open. Yeah, they're not going to last very long. Still KFE 25's alive, so that's going to be very good fire support, though that automatic and the 103D could be very dangerous. And M113, that's Norwegian, isn't it? Yes. That's probably going to be Storm Engineer in there, or it has to be Storm Engineer, it's a fire support team. Whether or not it's 75 with the Carl Gustav, or 90 with the Eric's waits to be seen. Oh, there you go. Yep, Putin's flooding reinforcements in the Bravo. Oh, Fighting Falcon is falconing. Looks like those Gavarmen are going to be dead. Yep, that's a good hit. Or a decent hit. And the Storm Engineers went down before I could see what they were. And then we got, so that's Danish, isn't it? Yep, so that's going to be some Ildstadsgruppe. Or is it Ildstadsgruppe? Something like that. Fire team or whatever it means, fire support team. I don't speak freaky deaky Danish. Oh, Gevarmen are moving across, but the Felsky may get engaging them, and yeah, bunch of 3 M2 Brownings, that's gonna do a number on them. Oh, and Boulanger is pulling back a bit in Bravo, but he is bringing up more Liftgarden. But yeah, Putin just flooded stuff into there. Oh, Peace Pheasant tried to get something, and M16 AM gets it. That's the Norwegian one, yeah. That's like the 5+4 HE missile combination. And unlike the F4 FKWS, it has worse veterancy. So it's just not a good ASF, to be completely honest. In a 1v1, you're probably better off with the Danish, the F16A Block 15 or whatever. You know, it's a bit of a one hit wonder in that it only carries 4 missiles, but they're decent enough missiles. And the elite veterancy on it means it's pretty reliable at taking out other planes. It just can only take out 1 plane before it has to resupply. Oh, CV-90's moving in. Yeah, that's gonna... just empty transports by themselves, yeah, it's not gonna be much. However, Putin is swinging around with these guys, and that's gonna be bad for Boulanger if Putin can get into there and cut off the cut off one of the reinforcement routes. The other one is the less direct route through there, which is very slow. And this brings up one of the things I find annoying about this map is Bravo is a lot harder to contest than Gulf, if you're on the Delta side. Of course, make up for it, Alpha has to drive through a forest in order to get anywhere, so that's, you know, annoying. Yeah, it's just base Ildstadsgruppe. Ildstadsgruppe? However that's pronounced. Oh, RBS 56 by themselves, that's not a good spot for them. Ooh, what's JRV-105? That's, yeah, that one. It's not bad. It's got decent enough armor for the price. And the gun's, you know, 70% accuracy is pretty good. 8 rounds a minute's maybe not the greatest, but it's good enough. Oh. STRF-9040's on the way. Oh, and Putin's putting a, the shoe mat in there. That's probably going to unload it in there, is my guess, and that's going to help give him fire on that road. Over here, he's redeploying his Gepard. Oh, F-16 AM is back out. Oh, and Putin is swinging around his Commando 90. Those Chimat are out of friends. Putin's gonna need some more dudes up there. Oh, Chimat's going after the M113 and missing. Oh, M1A1's engaging. Yep, Liftgarden. Oh, there goes that. Oh, Chimat's not in a good spot. Actually still alive, that's surprising. And the 103 just got a chunk taken out of it. Then, yeah, Chimat goes into the Liftgarden. The Liftgarden are getting pretty chunked up. Ooh, good bombing run from that Falcon there. Right now, scores are 0 to 58 for Boulanger. Putin's going to need to cap something. I'm not sure what he's doing with the Gepard, but whatever floats his boat, I suppose. Yep, that 103's pulling off. And it has a stabilization malfunction, which is not affected in the slightest because it has no stabilizers. Oh, more Sochong Su-85, and that should be able to take care of the Liftgarden. Or Liftgarden, however that's supposed to be pronounced. Oh, those Fusiliers are just getting gunned down. Oh, but those commandos are now going somewhere. That being said, there's two stacks of lift gardens, not exactly an easy target to take care of. Oh, and the MLU is out. Is that upvetted? Nope, downvetted. Even downvetted, it's still okay-ish. Not the most reliable anti-tank or anti-plane plane out there, but it gets the job done, I suppose. Oh, Putin's bringing out a bunch of mortars. And he does have some, whatchamacallit, feeling good about coming out. Looks like it's heading for Gulf. And that is a 4-second rifleman. Oh, 90-40 is engaging. Oh, and nothing's spotting it. Or the M1A1 just can't draw line of sight on it. Lift Garden moving up, and I think the 2 Lift Gardens should be able to take care of the 3 Sochong Su-85. Oh, 103 is opening up on these guys, but it is running low on ammunition. Yeah, Putin's pulling these guys back. Honestly, if that F-16 AM wasn't there, he probably would be dropping a Fighting Falcon on him. And meanwhile, Mortar's trying to do its work, but it's landing behind them. Putin needs more guys. At this point, Putin probably would have wanted to have those commandos back in Gulf. Speaking of Gulf, Putin has captured. He's got the +1 ticking. He's at 5 points to 58, so he's going to need to tick for a bit to catch up. Oh, it looks like the STRV-105 went down as a result of Abrams-related shenanigans. And boulanger has a decent push going here. He's got a lot of lift guard. And that 103 is providing support, but it's running very low on ammunition. Oh, lift guard aren't stopping, but they're just still walking right over the Sochong Su-85 even on the move. Oh, Ilstok group are going after the riflemen, and especially in forest fighting, the fire support teams like Ilstok group can do a lot of damage. One, because they tend to have a decent rate of fire on their weapon, 15 rounds a minute. However, once they start taking morale damage, it tends to go down. And it looks like only the one unit has line of sight, and it's the panicked one. Yep, boulanger is overrunning Gulf. Putin needs more guys. Oh, but he is sending his commandos 90 out, and ooh. They might wind up intercepting that. If this commandos doesn't get that Jupiter, then that one probably will. Oh, yep, they see it. Shooting it, and gone. Oh, Fusiliers have shot up the Stormer in the open, but Stormer are shock infantry, so they're just kind of walking right over the Fusiliers. Oh, maybe not, because they are in the open, so they're taking a lot of damage. I think the Fusiliers might come out on top. At least until they have to reload. Over here, government caught out. KFEs are there. M1A1 is gone? Did it go down? I don't know. Ooh, big hit on that STRV from the RBS-56. Oh, it looks like the M1A1 actually did go down. I didn't see it happen. Yep, there it is. Meh. Oh, the MLU might have gone it. Must have missed that. Doesn't really matter what got it though. It died. It dead. Yeah, and here, the Ilsa group was just going after those riflemen. That's one problem with the Ilsa group though, is that they go through ammunition very quickly, so 1 or 2 engagements and yeah, they're spent and you have to resupply them. Oh, Fielding's group are getting machine gunned by the M113s, and the riflemen don't have the ammunition to take care of them. Oh, but Putin's commandos and Charlie are forcing Boulanger to relocate his Centurion, so he's taking it. Putin's actually at +3 now, but... Oh, he's trying to smoke off the Fueling Scoopa. and the Fighting Falcon is out. They dropped the bombs already, and it's currently being engaged by the AM, which got chewed up pretty well by the Gepard. Oh, and the 4 HP helicopters flying over the commandos. Oh, rip whatever's in there. Oh, that was like what would that have been? Was that Norwegian? What would it have been, like the Fallschirmjäger? Or if no, it wouldn't be FKP, would it? Yep, Fallschirmjäger. Fallschirmjäger, how that's pronounced. All those languages, they're weird. They're weird, man. Oh wow, 4 stack of So Chung-Su and the KFEs, and a 2 stack of Shumat. Looks like Putin doesn't want Boulanger moving any further. Especially considering the fact that, you know, he's lost Gulf, essentially. Kind of surprised by the lack of AA on both sides. Or at least anti-plane AA, yeah, LVKV-90. You want to like it because, you know, oh, I can chew up helicopters and planes and fire support. Yeah, no, not really. The LVKV-90 is actually garbage against helicopters due to its combination of low rate of fire is the big thing. And I think its salvo length is also not very good either. But yeah, the rate of fire really kills its ability to take out helos. You can stun them though. Oh, CV9030's out. It's pretty fun. It's decently tough. IFE and the Bushmaster 2, as we all know, is a little overbuffed. Oh, and automatic goes down to the Chumat. Oh. Block. Ooh, takes a big hit from the F-16. Which also fired at something. Oh, and then you have a bunch of KFE-25s going at some Lift Guard, and that's not going to go well for him. Oh, Chumat. F-Steer V103D's moving up, but it's on very low HP, and that Chumat's probably going to wreck it as soon as it exposes itself. Putin's still taking a +1 because he did cap Bravo. And the commandos are still causing trouble. Oh, there goes one Insta-Gruppe, and now these guys are out of ammunition. But there's still that Commandos 90 there waiting to cause some trouble. Which is because, Boulanger is calling out... I think, yeah, it's 2 different command infantry moving out. Is that the Norwegian one? Yeah. So yeah, there's one going for Foxtrot, one going for Golf, and if the one going for Golf arrives too quickly, those Commandos 90 are going to give it the good news. Oh, SCRV 103D up in Foxtrot. Putin's kind of lost. He just has the Fusilier in his 90, so unless that SCRV goes to a bad spot, Boulanger's in a decent position to reinforce it. Oh! And the Fusilier's missed. Ooh, they do get one hit. But now, yeah, they're out of range and they go down. Oh, Fusilier's all the way over there, and it looks like they did pop some things. Oh, block going after the AM. AM goes down. MLU kind of overflies it, but the LVKV is going after it. It's doing a decent bit of damage, but it looks like it's going to make it out. MLU is going to evac. Oh yeah, Commandos. Looks like they popped the Live Garden. Oh, 10RC is adding its fire, but those Live Garden there are in a good position to knock out that 10RC. Oh, and Fighting Falcon is there. Kind of overkill on that Lift Garden, but whatever floats your boat, I suppose. Oh yeah, those riflemen aren't going to last much longer now. And that 10RC is going to get wrecked. Unless both of those guys somehow miss at point blank range. Which they don't. Oh, where did SRV 103D out? Pure go. Looks like it died to something. Oh, it might have been a Peace Pheasant. That came out, I didn't see it do it though. Oh, actually, those Live Garden are going to go down. That rifleman got out of close quarters, and the M113I3 is here to save the day. And Putin is just trying to drop some mortars on the Live Garden over there. Oh, looks like Putin's starting to turn that around in Golf, but he's still a pretty tenuous situation for him. Boulanger has a lot of stuff he can put into Golf. That being said, Putin's pretty firmly kicked Boulanger out of Bravo. However, Boulanger has captured Foxtrot, so his scores are 0-0. And he's trying to get the CV into golf with a +1. But there's still that Commander's 90 there, but Panzerbill. Government's worried by the Panzer might be able to take care of him. Oh, Rifleman trying to engage the Elsa-Gruppe probably. Ooh, SDR 90-40. Oh, and the Hachiku Shiki and an M1 Abrams. That's not looking too good for Boulanger in the top of Foxtrot now. Oh, Fusiliers engaging some empty transports. Out of ammunition, yeah, they're falling back. And then the what was it, 3 different mortars that Putin has now? Nope. These Falcon are actually still alive. Those, I think those are the ones like they get shot down. And since they are a 15-man squad, they do survive the crash of the helicopter. Nope, MLU's going after the Abrams, or nope, the Hachiku Shiki. And gets a little bit scratched by the Gepard. Oh, but the F-16 looks like both. If those missiles had hit a second sooner than that, the MLU would have died. But at this point, I think it maybe would have registered 1 hit. I'm not sure though. Have to wait and see if it comes back out. Oh. Boulanger's calling a scout defender up over there. Yeah, against Putin, I don't blame him. And Chimat donks a shot on an empty 5-pointer. Because that's what ATGMs do. And more M1 Abrams and a K1. Yeah, Putin has a lot of stuff up there. And he is looking like he wants to push with it. Which makes sense because Boulanger is sticking at +1. Scores are 98-59. 18 minutes left in the game. That's plenty of time for Boulanger to catch up and overpass Putin. Actually, same rate of fire on this, yeah. The KDA 35 on the Hachiku Shiki is as good against infantry as the Bofors L70 on the SRF 9040. It's not horrible, but it's not that great either, especially, you know, in the open, yeah, it'll do a good bit of damage, but once they're in cover, not so much. And now Boulanger wants to push Putin all the way out of Gulf. However, one of the problems Boulanger's in is his 2-pointer is now threatened. And Foxtrot is now threatened, so that's not a good situation for Boulanger right now. Is that 3 AP on this? 2 AP. Oh, here comes a Fighting Falcon. Putin does have automatic evac Winchester turned off, and nope, not a good run. Ooh, here we go. Oh, the command infantry gonna get bombed, and they're gone. And then there's the 2 Block 15s flying around. Ooh. Fusiliers are shooting up the Gevarman, and that NM135 is not really does not have line of sight because of the bridge. And there's more Sochunks on the way to help the Fusiliers. Oh. Those guys being caught out by the KFEs. And I hope they get one of them. KFEs are amphibious? Yes, they are. RC pops the Panzerbill. Scout Defender is flying around and just flew right over that. I don't know if it spotted anything. Wasn't paying attention. Oh, Block gets it. Oh, but the LVKV-90 took a decent chunk out of it. Oh yeah, Putin's overrun Foxtrot. He's on the verge of finding the CV in Charlie, but it is a Centurion, and it does have the 103D with it. However, 2 SAC is so trunks to 85 versus that. That Centurion is in trouble. Oh. Putin is relocating his CV in Echo, however. So that's giving Boulanger a temporary +2. Boulanger doesn't really have anything to engage it with. Though I do believe the Bacon 1A is available in Mechanized for Scandinavia, though it's not particularly commonly used. And now Putin's taking at +2 because the Centurion is running for its life. Oh, no, actually it stopped. That being said, it is not in a great spot. And it's gone. Yeah, 3 M1 Abrams, that's not good. Oh, and Putin does have an Iltis on the way to Charlie. Oh, weapons jammed on the 103. Oh look, Kachikyoshikis are missing with their ATGM. Nope, MLU pops one of the Abrams, but now a block's going after it. And it's gone. Oh, KFEs. Oh, but the automatic is there. And against just KFEs, it'd do fine. Oh, and it's wrecking a block. Oh, it's worried though. And oh, block just barely survives, and now KFE is, or the automatics are being engaged by the KFEs. And then yeah, the Kachikyoshikis and MRNA, yeah, it just goes down. Well. Fighting Falcon's bombing like the LVKV or something. Or maybe those guys. Oh, yep. And that's game. Boulanger surrenders. Oh dear. So, Putin187 was victorious with 168 conquest points to 100. John Boulanger had 1,750 kills. Putin had 2,935. I don't want to break this down. So for the opener, General Boulanger seemed to kind of split his forces somewhat evenly. Definitely, like his forces were more split up. And it looked like he was trying to focus on Foxtrot, with just a light holding force in Gulf. However, Putin, yeah, Putin was doing a very lopsided opener. You know, he was going to try and storm right through Gulf, but he noticed that he was going to be overrun in other parts of the map, so he redeployed. And he almost got through Gulf, but he just, because of the pressure General Boulanger was putting in other parts of the map, especially in Bravo, Putin didn't really reinforce Gulf all that much, and so he eventually got overrun there. However, before he got completely overrun, he had those Commandos 90 that did a lot of work. They got a CV and they delayed a bunch of things, and that really just, and basically that forced General Boulanger to commit more forces into Gulf than he probably wanted to, which meant that he was now taking forces away from Foxtrot and Bravo. And since reinforcing into Bravo is so obnoxious to do from Boulanger's side, Putin just completely overran Boulanger and Bravo, which is not unsurprising. Like, that usually happens if you try to take Bravo from Boulanger's side, Delta side or whatever. So as from that, what happened was Boulanger just got into a bad situation where he couldn't really outgrind Putin due to the reinforcements. And then Putin just rolled him in Bravo, and then he had such a massive overmatch in the top part of the map, he just rolled down the rest of the map and, you know, threw Foxtrot into Charlie or whatever, the 2-pointer for Boulanger. That was basically, you know, General Boulanger's doorstep. Meanwhile, Boulanger, just because of Putin, this basically just decent usage of the units he did have in Gulf, with, you know, occasionally, you know, sending in reinforcements. You know, Putin forced General Boulanger to maybe overcommit to Gulf, I guess is the best way to put it. To overcommitting, Boulanger just ended up overcommitting in Gulf and didn't really use those forces there effectively afterwards. He just kind of left them there. Like, maybe he could have tried pushing Putin's 2-pointer, because Putin really did not have much in whatever his 2-pointer sector is. So he maybe would have been able to overrun that. Maybe, debatedly. The thing is, you know, Putin could also reinforce in this 2-pointer fairly quickly. In theory, at least. But yeah. So yeah, well played to both sides. So this first round is best of, or this first round, the finals are Best of 5, so if Putin wins one more, it goes on to a second round. If General Boulanger can pull out 3 wins, then he's the winner of the tournament. And, yeah, called it here. I'm Xander Chiron, and this was the first Dutch Exceptional Tournament finals, potentially first round, game 2. Potentially the only finals round. You never know. And, yeah. You guys have a lovely day.